all different Indian breads, naan bread is my favorite. And who doesn't love naan? Over the years, I have tried many different naan versions, and today I'm going to share with you my favorite. So let's get started. So I have here 3 cups of all-purpose flour, that is maida, and in this we are going to add, so in our 3 cups of flour, we'll go ahead and add half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So in our all-purpose flour, we have added half a teaspoon baking powder, 1 tablespoon sugar, and 1 teaspoon salt, and we'll mix it well. And we'll also go ahead and add 1 egg. So I had beaten 1 egg, so I'll go ahead and add this in. And for this naan recipe, I'm using quick rise instant yeast, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take 1 teaspoon and add it in about 1/4 of a cup of water so that this dormant yeast becomes active. So just taking 1 teaspoon of yeast, and we'll mix it in our 1 cup of water, and we'll let this stand for about 10 minutes. Alright, so while our yeast is standing, we'll go ahead and prep everything else. So salt, sugar, baking powder, egg are in the bowl here, mixing well with our all-purpose flour, and we'll go ahead and add half a cup of milk, tablespoons of oil. Helps keep everything soft. And so look at that, our yeast has become a little frothy, and that's what we want. So we'll go ahead and add this in, and mix it well. Add water as required to make a smooth dough. The dough is ready. We'll go ahead, cover it up with a damp cloth, and keep it at a warm place for about 4 hours. And in between, you can go ahead and knead it a little bit again to keep it soft. And then we'll start preparing our naan bread. You can see our dough is ready. We'll go ahead, cover it up with a damp cloth, set it aside, and after 4 hours, you will notice that the dough has doubled in size, the volume has increased, and then we'll start preparing our naan bread. Our dough is ready, it has risen, and we'll go ahead and make our naan bread in the oven now. I have turned the heat on. The maximum heat that my oven has is 550. So we'll go ahead, turn the oven on so that it's heating at 550, and we'll make small round balls out of this dough and put them on the baking sheet and start cooking them in the oven. So I have lined my baking sheet with an aluminum foil and making round balls. You have your round dough balls. We'll go ahead and flatten them out. Flatten them out on the shelf. If you need, you can add a little bit of oil and dry flour, but simply use your rolling pin and flatten them out. Spreading out our dough to make a nice thin bread like this. We'll go ahead and put it on our baking sheet that we have lined with aluminum foil and has some oil on it. So I have put 2 pieces of my naan bread on the baking sheet, and I'll go ahead and put it in the oven. Look at that, how nicely they are rising. We'll just let them get nice and brown. That both sides are nice and brown. That's exactly what we want. We'll go ahead and serve them with curry of our choice. And hey, try this at home and let me know how it works for you. And don't forget to subscribe for more exciting recipes.